Smartphone apps are usually designed and built for a particular platform. In other words, Android apps must be rewritten to execute on the iPhone. In addition, the user interface is usually tightly connected to the app itself. Some of the earlier principles you learned about multi-layer design are not as important for building a smartphone app interface. Two primary characteristics of smartphones that influence every aspect of user interface design are the limited screen size touch screen interaction. Designing for these two characteristics requires a major shift in thinking. Limited screen size dictates that applications and user interfaces must be simple and focused. In addition, almost all navigation and interaction must fit on and be done through the screen. Smartphones have a very limited repertoire of hardware-based buttons and controls, unlike a desktop with a keyboard that has function keys and shortcuts as well as a mouse pointer. However, phone interaction is also changing as voice interaction becomes more common. Layout and formatting. So, given the characteristics of smartphone environment, there are several items affecting layout and formatting that should be noted. So first is that each screen should have a single focus or purpose. Next is that screens need both portrait and landscape view capabilities. Third, when appropriate, screens should be allowed to resize without losing screen controls. Screen components should be directly touch manipulated. Visible navigation controls should be placed at the bottom of the screen. And due to screen swiping, both horizontal and vertical scrolling is allowed. And also, use small pop-up screens when additional information is needed. With regard to data entry and user actions, so the limited nature of smartphone screens makes data entry and other user actions sometimes difficult to support. Input can occur by typing on a touch keyboard, swiping on the same keyboard, speaking, or other kinds of touching or tapping. Output can be in the form of text, buzzes, beeps, clicks, ringtones, video movies, songs, and vibrations. In other words, smartphone inputs are rich and varied. Smartphone apps should support multiple types of inputs and outputs to take advantage of the capabilities built into the device. So when allowing touch screen actions, developers should plan for the following. So first, be aware of fat finger problems where users cannot precisely touch parts of the screen. This means that control areas should not be too small or too close together. And also, be aware of accidental touches. Allow a mechanism to reverse without damage. Confirm all actions that delete data. And with the navigation and visibility, these are major issues for smartphone user interface design. It is generally impossible to keep all navigation controls visible at all times. Developers must pay particular attention to making the application user-friendly in this area of design. So here are a few suggested guidelines. So first is that design the landing screen or first loading screen so that it shows clearly how the app is organized and how to get all the functions. Include a way to return to the screen on all other screens. And then also design the user interface so that there are visual clues for where a task is located in the app. And then consider using the action bar at the bottom or top of the screen with common navigation or action controls. If the bar must be hidden, make it easy to find and show. And then also remember that there is no mouse over capability, so such techniques as tool tips are not available. And lastly, ensure a back button capability exists. So either on the device or as part of the application. So this figure is the landing screen of the RMO smartphone app. So this screen is almost completely made up of navigation elements to send the user to the appropriate screens. The only image is the small logo at the top. Special attention was given to contrast and layout to ensure readability.